What's going on, guys? Kyle here. Welcome back to Cyber Rebellion. I think I got that right this time. But today we're going to talk about skills and skill mods. So, something that you may not know, deciding what character to go after, I am making a cheat sheet that will tell you all these things at a glance. But if you come over to modification right here, and then you go to whatever character you want to look at, like let's say Saki over here, you see I have one that I do not have unlocked, Saki Byaku. So if I go to the one before it, right here, click Fission, swap, put it on her. Up at the top, it tells me what the skills do as well as the mana costs. So first we have the basic attack, which obviously costs 0, and you can also see what the effects are. But then the unique and the ultimate tells us everything, as well as the blue circle, or the blue in the top right hand corner tells you the cost. So this one is 1 mana cost, this one's 4 mana cost. So that's something to keep in mind when you're building your team. When all of your units are alive, you get energy equal to the number of units you have on the field plus 2. So, sorry, mana, not energy. That's going to be different. We'll talk about that as well. So if you have 6 units, plus 2 is 8. So you have 8 mana. This is 4 to do her ultimate. A 4 mana cost is actually pretty hard to weave into your combat. The best I've seen is doing something with 3s and 2s, because you can do 2, 3, 3, or some characters even have 1s like her unique right here, and that you can kind of weave into more useful abilities. So as an example, her ultimate is 4, her unique is 1, that's 5, leaving you with 3. So she can work, but only kind of with herself with her other abilities. Now that's a pretty in-depth right there on mana and mana conservation. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about is actual skills. So over here, we have skills, and then we have the mods right here. Now, this is a bit unrealistic for most people. These are perfect skill mods. I put them all on one character because I really like this character. You will get them over time, but I will explain how you get the higher level ones, not the perfect ones, in a moment. But as you see, they are level gated. And as you see over here where my finger is, over here are the levels of them. Every 10 levels is a breakpoint. And as you'll see, this is currently level 70, and there's one more missing, which would be level 80. You can click this and then see what it does. And how the actual mods that go in here work is they increase the effectiveness of the skill, even adding certain effects, such as most basics add more effects as you go up. After attack, 75% chance to apply broken armor, but if we go to 80, it's 100% chance to broken armor, which is a big mechanic for Eric that he really wants to do. Now, how do I get them to 80, right? So how a perfect one works is it can go on anyone. I could take this off right now, throw it on whoever, it's good to go. But when we go to upgrade, it is level locked. You'll see in the bottom right hand corner, I have to bring my character to level 48 to take it to level 80. I had to get to level 40 to allow it to go from 60 to 70. And you want to do the same thing with your other ones. As you see above my head, we have 50, 50, 55, 55. So they'll all activate the level 5 effect. And this one, for example, is the level 6 effect. So you want to pay attention to your character and what certain breakpoints do for you. As I just showed, for example, his basic attack at 6 gave him from 50% chance to apply to 75% chance. And then at 8 is going to be 100% chance. Whereas something like the unique, when I go up 1, it just increases the damage by a little bit. So it's not a huge upgrade. These are things you want to keep in mind. A really good one is always going to be something like a healer passive, because if you're able to go through your energy very quickly, this is going to be passive healing. So even if you don't have an actual healer on your team, they will be healing for quite a bit. And if we look at the tank one, it also damage received down, which is huge. So if we go up here to 8, during battle, take normal attack damage minus 85%. That's only normal attacks, but the tank, as you see up there, absorbs all basic attacks for the first 2 turns, so taking minus 40%. And as you see right here, also recovers energy once getting hit. This is just all cake on top of what it does. Now, what about combos? Let me play you through 2 examples of one of my favorite characters, Taki Shiryu, who everyone gets for free once they hit 50k BR by the 7th day. It used to be higher, now it is 50k. And I'm going to be showcasing him with 1 additional star, 1 additional summon to activate his passive, which will allow him to start with his unique effect on the field, which will give him plus crit rate. As you see right here, it's 30% crit. And then once they take damage, they deal more damage in return. Let me show you a few examples here. Alright, so right here I am on a high stage of hologram. This is just recorded footage. What's also I'm going to be able to show you is how you know if a skill crit or not. When they go into, if you have your animations turned off, if they do a cutscene, that is a critical hit. If they just do the mechanic on the widescreen kind of like this or at an angle, that is just a regular hit. Now, as we'll see here, I'm going to, let me hide my face. What I'm going to, I need to be able to point at stuff. So what I'm going to do is use this effect right here of the male commander to make a copy of Taki's ultimate right there. The blue circle on the ground is him starting with his unique on the field, and while his unique's on the field, his ultimate does plus 50% damage. Now, you see the upgrade right here. How this works is whenever your character makes an action during combat, basic attacks, or uses abilities like here, they will get a stack of tactical energy, and then you use that energy to upgrade the ultimate. He did a basic attack, as you see at the missing HP, so he can be upgraded 1 time. For example, Gold right here did not do any actions in the first 2 basic attacks, so she cannot be upgraded. And most upgrades are extra damage and can be additional effects. For example, Deadeye over there can ignore 30% armor when he goes to +2, so ultimate level 3. But what we're going to see is what I'm generally trying to do with this team right here, built around Shiryu, is my support right here, Zeode, as well as Dirty Gold, both have attack up effects, one behind my head as well. And what I'm trying to do is use my 2 skills. This one lets me copy 1 and then discard 1. This one lets me discard 1 and draw 1. So I'm trying to hit either Shiryu ultimate, either 2 of Eric's abilities, and 1 of the 2 buff abilities in my opening hand, so I can do a full 8 mana combo. Both Eric's skills and Shiryu's ultimate are 3 mana, so a copy of it, that's 6. Both of these buffs are 2 mana, so let's watch it work in this 20-second clip. So copy, discard, buff, ultimate, and then that little cutscene. Whoa, look at that right there. I am screenshotting that. That looks so cool. But with that little cutscene is a critical hit. Like I said, he starts with 30% on the field. Mine has 43%, so this is 76% crit. Boom. And then this one right here is not a crit because it did not do a cutscene. Alright, now let's look at it in PvP. So this is going to be the very, very similar. This is Dylar, a fellow content creator. I'm not picking on him. It was just a very good example that I got when I was playing it. I tried a couple other ones, but everyone died too quickly to really show what I'm trying to do here. Now, I'm going to do the same full combo that we showed you before, but I want to show you the follow-up attacks and why these characters were picked to be on this team. So this is a 40-second clip because we're including the auto attacks at the end. Copy, copy Serio, discard, buff, ultimate, boom. And then he got armor down, so he took some hits right there. And we're going to see some basics, which are going to be important as well. So right there, Dirty Gold threw a basic which applied defense break, which then triggers the passive of Death Eye, that if someone takes damage under 50% or goes under 50% while having armor break, so even if they already have 50% and that attack applies armor break, then he does a follow-up attack, and then even his basic attack that has currently 75% chance to apply works the same way, that if they're under half and he does a basic and they take damage, he will then do a follow-up as well. And his follow-up does a bunch of damage, as you see. Damage, basic, and then even if he did not die, the armor break would have done the follow-up attack. What is important is I don't see people talking about nearly as much as they should, is gene power. The stat is status effect accuracy and status effect resistance all rolled into one stat. So the armor breaks, bleeds, electrocution, things like this. That is a very, very powerful stat and something you should be looking into on characters that do status effects. I hope that helped you guys out with understanding skills and which skills to rank up. Till next time, guys.